Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. This is a team that may be out of the playoff chase at this point, but they're an organization with a ton of pride. And they'll be playing hard all the way to the final whistle of the final game, no matter where they are in the standings. It's the Bears going up against the Panthers. With that, let's get up to Charlotte, North Carolina, as we bring in our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the Carolinas and Bank of America Stadium here in Uptown Charlotte. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Chicago Bears and the Carolina Panthers. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Panther ball club as they interplay here. They come in losers of 2 straight, so they're trying to right the ship here a little bit.
They're teetering a little bit, aren't they? And now things could really go south if they lose this game, so they understand the importance of playing well and stopping this streak.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Bears, they've been playing well, really well. Winners of 5 of their last 7, but losers last time out. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. They're led out by their big-bodied electric quarterback, Cam Newton.
Cam has all the skills that you're looking for. The arm that can do everything, the ability to run, hard to bring down because of his size. But the joy that he plays the game, I think that's his stock in trade. That's his calling card. That's what sets him apart from other players.
Now it's the Princeton man. This is Spencer Ware. And he's going to be stopped here on this first play as he gets it to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play there. It'll be second down. And what about this offense, Charles? Specifically, what about Jonathan Stewart?
He makes sure everything goes. Put the ball in his chest and watch him run. Can run with power inside, but has enough speed that when he gets outside, he can cause a lot of trouble.
Here's Newton now on second down. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. It'll be a gain of 4, and they're going to have a third down. The starting 11 defensively for the Bears.
Kyle Fuller is one of those new breed complete defensive backs. Eager to tackle, but a better cover man.
Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. From the gun on 3rd down, Newton. He's got the hook up here on the comebacker, complete. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
And another thing that makes the comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. They'll run now with Ware. Bulldozes past him. And he'll get this across midfield to the 48. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
They run again with Ware. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. And ready for 3rd and 6. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? Almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. But how about that defensive front creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a lost yardage possibility? So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that at just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by the man running the show, Charles, their quarterback. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
2nd down following the run. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Caught on the right side by Adams. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down, executed it to perfection. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down. And with this offense, one guy to key in on defensively is Kevin White.
Had to battle injuries at the start of his career, but boy, he's ready to fulfill his promise. An absolute beast downfield.
So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45. And the starting crew defensively for Carolina.
Calvin Pryor's exactly what you're looking for in a safety who polices the middle of the field.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
And the Panthers bring in their nickel set as they try to defend here on 3rd down.
5 defensive backs. They'll drop the throw. He hits White, complete. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47.
And fits the exact right word. Over the middle, there's almost always traffic, so anytime you're a receiver in that area, you're not just focused on catching the football. You're wondering where the collision's going to come from, right? Because there's almost always someone there able to concentrate, catch it, and even added a little extra at the end with a short run. Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
Now a play fake here on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Shaq Thompson, he's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9.
And plays like that really hurt play callers. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
All right, partner, let's go back over the last couple of plays. Sack, loss of yards on a running play. Not exactly the sequence that an offensive coordinator gets comfortable with when calling plays.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Surveying the field. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. And now it's 4th down.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. And the Panthers coming out now. And last time out, they had to punt the football away. Anything positive possibly to take from that?
There always is when you're punting the football away. It doesn't sound like it because you're giving it up, but you've avoided a mistake.
At least you didn't turn it over.
You didn't turn it over, right? You're giving your defense a chance because you're punting the ball away, and they're set to go on the field as opposed to sudden change after a turnover, and wow, now we've got to go out there and stop people. So, yeah, there's always something positive to be gained from it.
On the run, it's Ware. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. Kyle Fuller, the one to make the tackle. So they run it on 2nd down. Now let's see what 3rd down brings here for the offense.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game. I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
On 2nd down, here's Newton. And his throw is incomplete.
Holding offense.
So holding by the offense, and maybe now got to shift up what you want to do on the playbook.
Yeah, definitely. Change what you're doing in the playbook, but boy, the advantage shifts to the guys on defense, doesn't it? Longer yardage situations, they often become bolder.
On the ground, this is Ware. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Tough day. Tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A big 30-yard play on third. So here, the men in charge are going to be looking at whether or not the receiver had possession of the ball as he went out of bounds.
And they have to make sure that the receiver got both feet down in bounds as well.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Third and 2, Newton. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
From the red zone now, Newton. Going right side here, and that's complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
And the offense readies for play number 10 of this series. Here's Newton now on 2nd down. This will be caught at about the 5. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on. Now whistles. Flag down, and I believe one of the Panthers got moving early. And now it's 2nd and goal. They stay on the ground. This time it's Stewart. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A nice run there, 8 yards. Moves him much closer to the goal line now for 3rd down. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Now the Panthers get set, 3rd and goal.
And the defense has to account for Cam Newton on this play.
Newton looking to throw on 3rd and 1. And that is incomplete. Spencer Ware, the intended target. And it's 4th down.
On 3rd and 1, I think everyone in the stadium thought they'd try and run the football there, but they tried to surprise the defense and hit something through the air. Instead, it results in an incompletion.
Now Graham Gano to try the Panther field goal. Less than an extra point attempt here. This is an 18-yarder. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and the Panthers stake claim to a 3-0 lead. So a 15-play drive. Can't believe that only resulted in 3, but it did.
That is somewhat amazing, isn't it? When you hold the ball that long, run offense that well, yet only put 3 points on the board, it has to be a little bit of a disappointment, doesn't it?
Has to. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And they'll be looking to avoid what happened last time, which is punting the football.
But when you look at how teams play the game, that complementary football comes into play. How do I take care of my defense? How do I take care of my offense? Well, the defense is taking care of them in a lot of ways. Now it's time for the offense to jump things up and help their defense out. Give them a little bit of rest.
Yeah, time for them to give them a rest. Took the words right out of my mouth. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Caught by Montgomery. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Well, there wasn't much there with that hitch route. They didn't gain what they expected. But sometimes when you call a hitch, you really don't have an alternate to go to. You don't have a second route to throw it to. So sometimes you have to rifle in there and hope for the best.
Well, they brought in an extra defensive back here, so probably not expecting a run on 3rd and 3.
A good call.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end. A guy that you can line up anywhere. In the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. And on the ground they go with a running back. And he'll cut it to the right sideline. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. A big play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bears have taken the early lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
The NFL on EA Sports is brought to you by Head & Shoulders. Shoulders were made for greatness, not dandruff.
Back here with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. We've had the kickoff to begin the first quarter. Now it's time for the second quarter kickoff, as we'll see one following the score on the final play before break. Carolina getting set to take the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Now it's 2nd and 7. They run it here. Ware. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
It's been a struggle this entire game trying to move the ball on the ground. But every now and then you find a little chink in the armor, and that type of run right there lets them know that they can't stop every single run for almost no gain.
Newton on 3rd down. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
Here's Jacob Shum now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And now a high kick here as he'll try to hang it up there. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Bears take over. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. So a little grabbing there, but this time it goes against the offense for holding. It's a loss of 10 yards on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And they're going to face a 3rd down.
In today's NFL, when you get teams in long yardage situations with your defense, you're really going to go to your speed packages. You're going to get smaller, lighter guys on the field in order to cover the expected pass. So they might want to run the ball against a smaller, lighter lineup with your big guys, and that's exactly what happened on that play. It was tough on them, and now instead of being in 3rd and very long, they ended up setting themselves up in 3rd and manageable. They've got a chance at a 1st down.
So it'll be 1st down here after the run. Again, they run with Sims. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Back to throw. Over the middle. That's caught by Adams. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Now it's the backup, Bradford. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down. Offense still needing 10 yards. 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
He's got time in the pocket. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out, and he is going to need to bomb this one. This was the old NFL record distance for decades, a 63-yard attempt. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
Carolina getting set to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, where the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play. Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
Now it's Newton. A dump off here to Stewart. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And that is how you do it, my friends. This will be spotted out of bounds inside the 5-yard line. We get a look at the Panthers' defense now. They had a clean slate last time defensively, forcing that super long field goal that was no good.
And from experience, I can tell you that, yeah, you want to block any type of a field goal attempt, but I don't know if you go all out at that distance. You send someone to the kicker to make sure they actually execute it, but you really play for a fake. You don't want to get beat that way and just play the odds, and the odds were in their favor, and the miss did occur. Well, not a game that you're going to go crazy about, but when you start at your own 2-yard line, any type of space is good for the offensive guys.
Yeah, you just can't go backwards from here. They did it. Now we'll see if they can keep it on schedule here on 2nd down. And they give this time to the tailback. And he'll take this up to about the 7- or 8-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. 1st-level defensive line, 2nd-level linebackers, 3rd-level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a 1st-level run, and it was stopped by a 2nd-level player.
On play action, Bradford. And he coughs up the football near his own goal line. And it looks like the offense did get the football back, but it is clearly in that end zone, and it's going to be a safety. So you're in a situation there, you don't have the most mobile of signal callers back there. He just can't elude the rush.
Yeah, and when you're not one of those guys who can move around really well in and out of the pocket, you can't afford to try and buy some time back there. You have to know yourself and get rid of the football, because once the pressure comes, the ball's got to be out. Holding on to it costs them 2 points.
After the safety, remember, they also need to give up the football, and here's the free kick. Now this is fielded in the end zone.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
They go play action here on 1st down. And hauled in here by Rivera. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Newton on 1st down. Going to throw right side here, complete. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his. Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good 1st down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on 1st down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Here's Newton now on second down. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. Third down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. They don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball, and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And now the rookie's free. The 40, 30, 10. Touchdown, Chicago. A great play there. 85 yards. And the Bears are able to show off their quick strike ability. And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again, and again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
Extra point attempt to follow here. And now it's blocked. It's picked up, a live ball here, remember. But he will not be able to bring this one back, and the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
I know it's easy to kind of shrug off a blocked extra point, but this game is shaping up to be a tight one. The second half, this could prove crucial.
Yeah, we might look back on this one. We'll have to wait and see. And this will get out of bounds. No worries there, though. That still goes as a touchback. Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
Newton now to throw. Complete to the tight end, Jason Morrow. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back with more from Charlotte after this. A reminder coming up at halftime. Larry Ridley will join us from Orlando with our halftime report, but business to take care of before that. They'll come out in the pistol.
Ready? Right, Andy? 4 down, 4 down. Ready? Shot. Check down.
Now Newton on first down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. To throw on second down is Newton. Complete, the tight end Rivera. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. On first down, it's Newton. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. 6 yards on the pickup, and it's a second down. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is now with his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play, but what he does...
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Leonard Floyd in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Offside, defense.
Well, they have the yards anyway, so they're going to decline the penalty. From the red zone now, Newton. And over the middle here, Amaro. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So we're back in the offense getting set following the call of that timeout. On second down, here's Newton. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
Now it's Newton. That is caught at the 7-yard line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And this seemingly endless drive continues. Throwing again is Newton. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. It'll go as nearly a loss of 10 on 1st and goal. So a disaster there. It goes as a 9-yard loss on the sack. Here's Newton. And this is going to be caught? No, they say it's incomplete. And a pause in the action because the booth, they see something that they want to take another peek at to find out if this was a touchdown or not.
That was a difficult catch, and I admire the fact that he actually caught the football, worked so hard to get his feet down in bounds, tried to do the toe tap. My dad's an accomplished tap dancer. I'm not sure he would have gotten his feet in on that one.
Is he really, by the way?
That he is.
How about that? What about young Davis?
No, it did not. It did not cross.
It didn't carry over.
No, it stopped right there. Less than 2 minutes ago in the game, which means that this challenge was initiated by the fellas in New York.
And if you're the coach, you're thinking, thank you, New York. After knocking through the field goal, here's Gano back out there now for the kickoff. This is taken near the 13. And he's all the way up across the 40. And down at the 42-yard line. Great return.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
On 1st and 10, Bradford. He completes it right side to White. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So as they take it over, we step aside. So the offense took the timeout. Looks like they're ready to go as we get set to resume the action. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game as we send you down to Orlando where we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Larry.
Thanks, Brandon, and welcome to the EA Halftime Report. I'm Larry Ridley. Let's take a look back at the first half. The Panthers' secondary has held up to this point. The Bears have struggled to throw the football 2 straight weeks, so that's something they'll try to fix in the second half. All right, let's get it going. Let's roll those first half highlights. Here they've got it at midfield. Fantastic run blocking here, and he'd go in for the 50-yard touchdown. They're now on top by 4. Now to late in the first half, he'll head up the middle on the run and end up rushing in for his second touchdown. Staying late in the second. Pass will be completed to the sidelines, and he'll end up at the 35-yard line before being tackled. So that's a wrap for us. We'll head back now to Bank of America Stadium for the start of the second half.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
See if they do just that. In on the tackle there, Luke Kuechly.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Second down, Bradford. Now a hit, and the ball comes out. Bradford's lost it. Third down and 12. On third down, Bradford. A dump off to Sims. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. It'll be a gain of 6, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he'll punt it away for the second time. Now a high kick, almost a pooch punt. Now a hit and a loose football. And he did get it back, I do think, yes. So no turnover on the punt, and it'll be a first down. Oh, and you just can't do that. 15 yards on the roughing the kicker call.
Absolutely inexcusable. The kicker's in a defenseless position, and he just gets taken out.
They come out here in the eye. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4. Coney Ely in on the tackle.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, look at the juke. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
I don't care what the emphasis is in the NFL at any given time. Every defense is still going to say their #1 goal every game is stop the run. And right now, they're not doing that. And that really chips away at your confidence.
And Adams has it complete. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. Well, they brought the pressure, and that meant man coverage behind him, so he's still able to complete the pass.
Even as he took the hit, and that's what you have to do, because I was just talking with a coach the other day, and he said, look, it's not always going to be pretty back there. You're going to have to give me completions, even when you're taking some hits. Sometimes you have to be your own blitz control, for lack of a better term. Got to make completions, step up, and make those throws, and he did that.
From the shotgun, it's Bradford. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he showcases the spin. A pretty good gain before he's taken down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down. Now Bradford on second down. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
This is Howard on second down. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. So nothing there. I don't know that that's all in the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack. Instead, it's the defense getting it done again and holding them to no gain.
Now Bradford. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. And the screen only good for 3 that time, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a 1st down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
And his kick is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. And Charles, they get the field goal. Took him a dozen plays, though.
Work with me on this one. You know what I'm about to say, right? Bend but don't break. That's what came into play here for the defense. 12 plays were run at them. They only gave up 3 points. In a lot of ways, that's a win for the defense.
And a short kick, taking it about the 16. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Now a 1st down throw for Newton. He's going to float this one deep right side. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done. Well, there's an example of patience being rewarded. Ran the ball on 1st down and got stuffed. Most people would scream, throw the ball here. In this situation, they stayed with their roots, stayed with running the football, and they got rewarded.
Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. Well, they get 14 yards there at a 1st down.
There are a lot of tough routes to try and cover. When you see a runner come out of the backfield and run this angle route, looks like they're going to the flat, and then they put their foot in the ground and cut back sharply inside, not easily covered, and then when they catch it, good momentum built up by them as well.
And able to pick up the first. Now Stewart on first down. And past the 30 down to about the 27. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
Now Newton on first down. Complete, the tight end Rivera. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
To throw on 2nd down is Newton. Amaro's got it, left side. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
How about the timing on that one? Boy, they were in sync, weren't they? 3-step drop, ball's out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
They'll try and run it. Here's Stewart. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
So if I'm an offensive coordinator, there's one thing that I know for sure. This is one of the top 5 teams in the NFL against the run. So when I look at my playlist, I'm probably thinking about throwing it.
Stewart is the lone setback. Now whistles. Flag down, and I believe one of the Panthers got moving early. Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field. Following the penalty, here's Stewart. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
An extra defensive back on the field here for 3rd and goal. 3rd and long. It's Newton. Looking for... And he'll be wrapped up around the waist and pushed down. Call it a loss of 8 there, and it's going to lead to a 4th down. 4th and goal.
And that's the 2nd sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
Now Graham Gano to try the Panther field goal. Made his first, this now from 42 yards out. And Gano's kick is right through. And that'll bring him back within 4. A decent drive there to start the 3rd quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they do inch a bit closer.
Yeah, still lots of time to go in this one. Take the points, move on, and let your defense try to get the ball back.
After knocking through the field goal, here's Gano back out there now for the kickoff. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. We get a look at the Carolina defense as they work their way into position. And last time out, they gave up the chip shot field goal, but obviously could have been worse than that. I think they felt pretty good about only giving up 3.
No doubt about it. Anytime an offense gets into the red zone, the thinking naturally for the defense is, okay, 3 points. We're going to give up 3 here, but let's make it no more than that. They met their goal.
On the other side, though, the offense, they weren't very happy.
No, because there's an opportunity. Once you get to the red zone, you're not thinking about kicking a field goal. You're thinking about how do you get into the end zone, and when you don't, you walk off the field feeling a little bit of failure on that drive.
Yeah, who will have the better feeling at the end of this drive? Second down now after the pass completion. Second down, Bradford. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38. Carlos Dunlap, the defensive end, the one to bring him down.
Well, praise has to go to the guys in the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Finding time, and seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. Tough spot for the offense. 3rd and 8. On 3rd down, Bradford. And he's got his man in stride, complete. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for Chicago. So it's a quarter that saw these two teams trade field goals here as we've reached the end of 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we're back now in Charlotte. It's Bears football here. They also have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. And now a high kick trying to pin him back. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And after a sluggish start, he's really bounced back. The numbers bear that out.
And you're a baseball guy, partner. How many at-bats over the course of a baseball season?
Oh, boy, 4 in the game.
Yeah, about 4 in a game.
4 times 162.
350 or so, right? Sometimes it takes a while for a guy to get going. That's my point. It's not the first few carries. You don't worry about that. As they go along, get that guy lathered up, get those blocking assignments down. Those 2-yard...
Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. And fortunately for him, he's able to get it back, but it will be a loss on the play.
Well, that was a big oops right there. But how about his ability to correct it? Loses the football, able to get it back himself.
Yeah, pounced right back on it, keeps possession. So after nearly turning it over, new life here for the offense on second down. Here's Newton now on second down. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. He had time, was able to survey the field and find a soft spot in that zone coverage.
And that's where it gets difficult for a defender, Brandon. You go to your spots on the field that you have to cover, and when the offense finds an area that you're not in, that's where they throw the football.
On 1st and 10, Newton. And hauled in here by Rivera. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
Now Newton on first down. A dump off to Sims. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll make it a second down. Now whistles. Flag down, and I believe one of the Panthers got moving early. Second down, offense behind the sticks here. 2nd and 13. On second down, here's Newton. He's got time. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well. And he didn't get that done on that play.
Now Newton. Quick hitter here. It's complete. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down. Here's Jacob Shum now as he's on for the 5th time here today.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Panthers defense gearing up as they take the field. They did their job last go-around, forced the punt, hoping for more of that here.
They got off the field. That's exactly what they wanted to accomplish. Get off the field, turn the ball over to their offense, and kick back and enjoy a little bit of water and rest before they have to go back out there again.
Back out there now, hoping to hurry up and get more water and rest. And they give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Surveying the field. He's got Adams on the hookup. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. And the offense lining up 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 14 there. And the Bears are going to get a 1st.
When a coaching staff sees their team run the ball this successfully in the 4th quarter, they're really excited because you can plan for a running game all you want and want to press that advantage when you get it. But for the most part, it's a little bit of a surprise. And right now, they're going to keep
down the numbers. There he goes. Touchdown, Chicago. Charles Sims, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bears will extend their lead.
In as many coaches' meetings as we sit in, we hear the word finish all the time, don't we? And on that play, the back actually finished getting into the end zone, breaking the last tackle. Tried to wrap up, tried to use the proper technique, just wasn't able to get it done.
He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. 5 plays there on that drive. And the end result is a Bears touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And last Last year, that would have been a net gain of 5 on the return. This year, he stopped where he would have been if he had taken a knee, and that's at the 25. Getting set to go again here, Cam Newton marches back onto the field. And right now, probably just one thing in his mind, it's getting back to the hot start because he's really faded.
And ordinarily when that happens, the quarterback, as you know, is usually the leader of the squad. Now there's probably a silent camaraderie that comes about him saying, hey, guess what? We got you. Don't worry about it. Let's go, big fella. Because they know more times than not, he tends to pick things up, and they tend to play well. I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it.
So many offenses want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
Throwing on third down, Newton. And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. Eddie Goldman able to drop him for a loss of 2, and that'll bring up 4th down. Well, they went with a nickel. They throw in an extra defensive back. Coverage was very good.
Yeah, it was exactly as you would expect. A passing down. You bring in the nickel package. Just as you described, the coverage was excellent and allowed one of their linemen to end up getting to the quarterback.
Here's Jacob Shum now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. Taking on the midfield logo. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And it'll be a short field for the Bears as they take over 1st and 10. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the number one thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action, now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. He would have kept it on the ground.
Now a 2nd down throw for Bradford, and he fires one incomplete.
Normally, he's pretty reliable. Usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
Ten yards to go on 3rd. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. So here we go now. An extra defensive back in there on 3rd and 10. Play action now. Bradford. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Brad McDougal. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. That is the play they needed in a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
No doubt about it. They did what they had to do to give themselves a chance to get back into the game. They turned it over to the offense. They are now in charge.
Now they need to execute. And onto the field, here come the Panthers. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
What a way to start a drive. An excellent run, a tone setter, and now if you want to take a shot on 2nd down and go play action and make it look like the same exact play and throw it over the top, you can do so because you've established the run in a big way.
To throw on 2nd down is Newton. Complete, the tight end Rivera. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Now a first down throw for Newton. Finding time. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and it'll bring up a second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. Here's Newton now on second down. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's third.
It appears that the pressure is affecting him today. Normally, he knows exactly when to get rid of the football, but today, because he's been hit a few times, he's getting rid of it a little bit too quickly.
False start, offense.
So now at 3rd and 12 with an extra defender here in the secondary, a nickel look. Throwing again is Newton. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Adrian Amos with a pick. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
Well, you're trailing. It's the 4th quarter, and you've got to throw the football. But the defense knows this, too. So they're just going to sit back, bring in an extra defensive back or two, the old nickel or dime strategy, Brandon, and wait for you to put that bad boy up for grabs. And this one winds up being intercepted.
The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
It's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
Like any team, they would have loved to have had more yards on that run, but it looks like they just want to get to the 2-minute warning and see what they want to do after that.
Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now they run with Sims. And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So a defensive timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So they settle for just the 3 there, but clearly anything helps when you're trying to salt one away here in the 4th.
Without a doubt, I think a touchdown would have been the final nail. But 3 does give him some breathing room and lets him build up a little cushion.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. Carolina getting set to take the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Give him 3 on first down, It'll set up a 2nd and 7. So this is the second consecutive week, as you look at the numbers, that he just doesn't seem to have the same pop as we normally see him with.
Is there an injury we don't know about?
That's what I'm wondering.
Because that's a legitimate question right now. We're used to speed, power, all coming together. And what I've always loved about him is his vision. You know, last week he didn't have that as well. Always thought he was picking the wrong hole to try and run through. And his blockers, they seem to be getting him to the right place, but he picked the wrong spot. We're seeing some of that again this week. Can they snap it together? Can they get back in sync? Because normally we see them go together very, very well.
Newton to throw, and he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Newton. And he dropped it. Now it was tipped, altered the ball a little bit, but he dropped it, and now 4th down.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away, and that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and get some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
Throwing is Newton. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. 22 yards on the pickup there. And on 4th and long, somehow they're able to keep the drive going. On 1st and 10, Newton. And hauled in here by Rivera. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. And they get up on it quickly and spike it with just a little over 50 seconds to go. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Now whistles. Flag down, and I believe one of the Panthers got moving early. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Everything looked right on that play except the conclusion. He dropped it, an in route, going into a little bit of traffic. Maybe in the back of his mind, he was wondering where the hit was going to come from.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Desperation time. Newton, 4th down. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And it looks like the Bears are going to win the football game. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
The Panthers defense, they make their way back out there now. And a really nice job last time. Offense had great field position, but they were able to hold them just 4 plays, and they had to hit the field goal.
We saw the benefits of practice there from the defense, though, didn't we? Because most teams, when they got that type of field position that they have to start defense on, they treat it almost like what we call sudden change. You know, after a turnover or a big kick return.
And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. The win for the Bears just around the corner. They go down to a knee. And the final play here will be Bradford going down to a knee. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for Chicago, they keep pace for a playoff spot as they move to 7-3. And they'll have another road date next week with the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for Carolina, they're going the wrong way as this will drop them to 3-7 now on the year. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Seattle Seahawks. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. Till next time, we say so long from Charlotte.